This video is going to find you when you need it the most. I had no confidence. When I was going on the street, I couldn't watch a person in the eyes. I couldn't record videos. I was so afraid, so anxious, 24/7 anxious. It's currently 6 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep all night. It was because I wasn't taking action. I wasn't recording these YouTube videos. I just want to talk about this self-improvement journey, from where I progressed and towards where I'm heading. And why do I even record this video is because I caught myself super emotional and I was just thinking about giving into porn, going back to that degenerate self that I've been. And so I just want to start off by saying where I started. This video is unscripted. This is also something that I gotta get out of my mind, that this is not my main language. English is my third language. I speak Romanian, I speak Hungarian, and English is the third language. The only time I speak this language is when I just get on these YouTube videos to record them, or I create short form videos. But it's been something that God has put in my heart to speak into this language so that I can speak life through other people, that I can inspire people all across the world. And something that been killing me for now was that I was half-assing myself towards these goals that He has put in my heart. So today, I woke up around 3 a.m. and I had restless sleep. I tried to push away these thoughts and just sleep in and do nothing. Just wake up and continue my day just as they used to continue. But I cannot withstand that. I cannot do that because I'm not even progressing. And if you're not progressing, you're just regressing. You're coming back to the old self. If you don't work towards that future self, if you don't keep putting one foot in the front of the other each and every single day to get towards those goals, you're always going to come back to who you were. And that's why even these lustful thoughts came into my mind today, were because I've been putting off all these things, and that's what I used to cope with, to get out of pain and into pleasure. But that kept me stuck for so long. That's why I put importance on quitting porn. Porn is the number one thing that kills every man. Lustful desires, like sexual desires, these are the things that keep most men stuck, complacent in life. It just distorted my perception about women. I had no confidence. When I was going on the street, I couldn't watch a person in the eyes. I couldn't record videos. I was so afraid, so anxious, 24/7 anxious. And the shifting point was when I finally surrendered my life to God. But now I was seeing that I was again trying to go through life based off my thinking, trusting myself. And trusting yourself is the worst thing because your heart is deceitful. Every adultery, lying, cheating, all these things come from the heart. If you follow your heart, you're going to be fucked up in this life. You have to act based off purpose, always to put purpose over pleasure. That's how you should be ruled. Always remember that, purpose over pleasure. And so now it's 6 a.m. I'm thinking that I'm crazy, that I came here. It's a forest in my town in here. I just came here being shirtless. You may wonder, what is this shirtless dude doing in here? And it is just to show myself that I'm doing tough things, that I'm not a pussy anymore, that I'm a person that can actually do what he says to himself that he's going to do. And in this life, it doesn't matter that you have the physique. It's just one part of you becoming the man. And I was always focused on just getting my physique right. And then suddenly, if I will make money, then I will be fulfilled. But I was always feeling that void. And that void cannot be filled without Christ. You cannot feel that void without Jesus Christ in your life. Even now, my mind just goes blank. But, so you can't feel that void without Jesus Christ. And so a lot of people put importance on getting in shape, thinking that that is going to fix their life. And I'm telling you, I'm 6'4", and I'm in pretty solid shape. Now it's morning, I'm depleted, but when I'm in the gym, I'm in a pretty good shape. And I was still anxious 24/7 because your confidence doesn't come from the way your jawline is shaped, doesn't necessarily come from your physique, which yes, it does help. But most importantly, it comes from maintaining integrity, making promises to yourself and not breaking them, no matter what. Even now, I made myself a promise that I'm going to record this video, which I wanted to pull off, to not do, and I did anyway. And this is how you win. This is how you get those little wins in your mind, because nobody cares about your sad story. And for so long, I tried to act from this place of hurt, that I went through bad experiences, and like no one else went through them, and all these things. But they are small. They are small in comparison with other people, and nobody cares, because as you grow up, everybody is going through bad things. It's about how you cope with them, how you learn to manage to work with your emotions. Because most people, they channel their energy, this place of pain, into bullshit, into drugs, into porn, into drinking. And so why not channel those things into becoming your highest self, getting in the best shape of your life, becoming a good leader, being in the best health of your life, taking your finances to the next level, changing up your entire trajectory of your bloodline. And this is so important, because you know you have these goals, but you don't take action. You're just crippled. You have this analysis paralysis. You're just waiting for more information, more information. You consume all these guys from YouTube, and you do nothing with the information. And then it just piles up this frustration in your mind that you're not where you want to be. And that frustration is not going to leave until you finally detach yourself from the outcome and you focus only on the inputs. I was so focused on the outcome and I wasn't putting in the input. And it's exactly as in the gym. You can keep wishing and praying that, oh, I want the physique. But you're never going to get the physique unless you eat properly, you train properly, and you recover, you sleep, and you nail down all these things. You're not going to have a good physique, never. And so it is with anything in this life. Even now, my mind was going so negative, and I will post this video the way it is because it's going to help somebody. My mind is just going completely blank, and this is something that I must learn, to sit with myself and learn from these things so that I improve my English. But I just woke up and I see all these dudes who are on self-improvement, and I like it. I like waking up early, not every single time because it's tough, but I love the pain that it creates, because every single time you wake up early, that's a win. Because most people don't wake up. They have no plan. And I leave that side as well. I was living that life where I was just waking up at any hour I just wanted. I was watching porn. I was just being comfortable, watching TV, hanging around people I shouldn't hang around with, and just wasting time. But I never seemed to fit in. I never felt to fit in with anyone. I always felt this specialty, but everyone feels this specialty. But unless you work with it, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to be exactly as those people that you don't want to be like. So the gap between where you want to be and where you are right now is action. That is what is going to get you there. And even this is something that I felt saying just to get out of my head, was I was waking up just as usual, 5:45. But I don't even have my room. I don't have my own room. I share my room with my sister since I've been a little kid. I'm still in my hometown. My business failed. The appointment setting side just failed. I currently barely make any money. And my mind was just fucked up from consuming all this lifestyle content with Lambos, with Andrew Tate. And they all push about making more money, making more money, making more money. But if your focus is on money, you're never going to get it. And even if you're going to get it, you're going to still feel that void. And so it's not about focusing on the outcome, as I said, it's about focusing on the daily inputs that are going to get you towards where you want to be. So by you sitting there and just consuming and consuming and consuming, you're destroying your mind, because nobody has a perfect life. And I'm so grateful that I met successful entrepreneurs. I work for successful entrepreneurs. And with one of them, I met up in a town from here, from Romania. And he gave us an experience. He drove us with his Mercedes AMG C43. And that feeling was just amazing. Like finally experiencing money, because I come from a family where nobody is making more than 5K a month. No one. And so this entrepreneur told us that those people, because he has more friends who actually make more money than him, who are people that even make millions. And life is not just as it seems on social media. A lot of them are fake. And when you constantly consume this content, it's going to destroy your mind. It's going to destroy your perception about reality. Because for now, I was just thinking about this future self, gathering material things, thinking that those are going to bring me the fulfillment. But the current reality doesn't match that. I'm in this small town. Nobody speaks this language. I'm living this sober lifestyle. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't watch porn anymore. And it's just this grind mindset. But this is also going to lead to just fucking burnout. Because I know every single time, even now, if yesterday, for example, I haven't gotten in the Bible, and I can feel it. Because that's all the enemy has to do. He has to distort your perception, to think that you can do it on your own. And that's when I fall back into porn a couple months ago, when I was free for like 2 months, and then I fall back into it because I thought that I'm going to be this myself. I can do everything in my own strength, which I couldn't. And even now, if I drift completely off God, I lose sight of God, I deny God, and I try thinking of my own ways, I'm going to end up back where I was. So for now, the challenge for me is to remove social media. So when I actually get to work, I don't need my phone. The only job I currently have is to record videos, put out value, help you guys get in the best shape of your life and the best mindset. And even now, I feel that I talk so much nonsense, so much bullshit, but I'm going to post it anyway, just for you to understand that it doesn't matter what language you speak, it doesn't matter what surroundings you have, you must take action. That God-given purpose is for a reason. He gave you the plan, He's also going to give you the clients. For example, He given me this dream business idea, He's also going to deliver clients, which I already have. I have one client, He blessed me with one client, and I was thinking about acquiring another client and forgetting about that He already blessed me with the client. And if I'm ungrateful with this client, He's not going to give me more clients. So cutting out social media entirely and just focusing on the inputs, forgetting about the outcomes. Stop checking the likes when I post a reel. Oh my God, how many likes it made. And to stop caring about what people have to say about me, because for now, so many people that knew me from when I was a kid started following me now because they see the transformation and they just started following me. And I was already trying to act as somebody I'm not, just to try to not seem weird. But you have to embrace your weirdness. That's the beauty. Everyone has his uniqueness. You have your unique fingerprint. And so you have to act based off your uniqueness. That's so special because nowadays everybody follows the crowd. You have to be yourself. And this is something that takes time to learn to become yourself. You have to unlearn all the bullshit. And unless you stop consuming all these people, you're never going to find who you truly are. For me, who I truly am is a godly person, is a godly masculine person, a guy that takes action, that is going to provide for his family, that is in good health, he's sober, and he's a good example to other people. He inspires other people. That's who Daniel is. So even now, these thoughts are just intrusive. They are not coming from God. But I will post this the way it is for you to understand that it does not matter. Your surroundings and your excuses do not matter when it comes about your goals, when it comes about achieving your goals. You have to put one foot in the front of the other, even when you're scared. So thank you for watching, and just let's keep progressing.